Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Lindy, aka Paleobarbie. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. This is going to be a day of eating. This was actually a couple days ago. I just haven't gotten around to doing the intro or outro for it, but I decided to go ahead and show you it and talk to you a little bit about what I am going to be doing on my channel here pretty quickly. I want you to stick around to the end and I will talk to you a little more. So let's get started. Alright, I made some carnivore sausage gravy this morning. I've been craving it. Haven't had it in a while. The main reason I'm not eating strict carnivore right now is because of my back, and just some mornings I don't even want to fix anything. So people bring me food and have given me gift cards and things like that. So it's just made it a little bit easier for me right now. Once I get over all this, I will probably be eating a lot more carnivore with a few things added in. I am continuing to, I'm going to add in fermented foods. And then I'll go back to the way I was, where I have vegetables on occasion other than the fermented ones. But for now, this is just going to be a few months of getting through this, and we will make do. But I'm going to have this with some scrambled eggs. Alright, so I've got my scrambled eggs with my gravy and sausage on top. I've got my coffee. I've got unflavored collagen in here and some cream. I'm trying to do better about getting my collagen coffee in. It's just, like I said, mornings are hard. That's when I'm in the most pain. So sometimes I'm just really lazy or in pain, I guess. And I don't put everything that I normally put in everything. I'm also going to put some CHOW on here. But that is what breakfast is. Alright, for lunch I made a little snacky plate. I've got a Bubby's pickle, I've got some kimchi, I've got some of the mini peppers with some goat cheese, some ham, uncured ham, and some cottage cheese with the everything bagel seasoning. And that is my lunch. Alright, for dinner we had Texas Roadhouse last night. We ordered the family meal, and so it came with 4 steaks, green beans, we got mashed potatoes and gravy for him, and some salad, a big salad. Rolls, of course, which I'm not eating. But this is dinner tonight. It does give you a lot of food. I think it's a really good value, and you can use it for meal prep, etc. And you can choose other sides, but wanted to make sure there was at least one keto-friendly side or two for me. But this is what's dinner. Alright, so this is going to be kind of an announcement, but also a vulnerable, I almost said post, but I posted a vulnerable post this morning. A vulnerable discussion, I guess. Many of you know who've been around know I've had a lot of health issues going on right now within the past year. And so for those of you who haven't been around, I'm going to kind of give you a catch-up backstory real quick. For those of you that already know all this, you can go past this part if you want. About a year ago, last May 2025, well, up until then, I was working out every day, walking, lifting weights. Many of you know I've completed 4 rounds, excuse me, of 75 hard, 1 live hard year. I ride my bike, outside, my outdoor bike, lots of different things. And, but last May 2025, I started having pain in my lower back, which it actually probably started a few months before that, but I just thought it was like muscle pain. But it started getting worse. So I started having lower back pain, and it progressively got worse between May and August. August is where it really started. I woke up one morning when I was in Colorado, taking care of my grandbaby, and I woke up and put my weight on my leg, and shooting pain went down my leg all the way to my toes. My toes were numb. It hurt to put weight on my leg. And I was upstairs, so I barely made it down the stairs. And that pain went on for a while. And I was diagnosed with sciatica, I went to physical therapy for it and all the things. Along with all of that, I had just a storm of things in my body. Just, it was like fight or flight mode, right? First time in my life, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure. All of my hormones went crazy. And I just turned 55, by the way, for those of you who are new. I'm way past being through menopause, so because I have Graves' disease, I went through menopause pretty early. But anyway, I've been on HRT hormones for a long time. Since then, my thyroid basically is dead because of the radioactive iodine from the Graves' disease. So I'm always going to be on medication for that. But everything just went at the same time. So my hormones tanked, my thyroid was off, I got high blood pressure. I wasn't sleeping well, and actually was diagnosed with sleep apnea after that. I haven't been fitted yet for anything, but that's on the agenda as well. And I progressively started gaining weight because of all of this stuff going on and not being able to move. I didn't really change. The only thing I really changed about my way of eating was that let me backtrack a second before I talk about that. I ended up having to have surgery on my uterus, as some of you know, which I've had before. I had it in 2020. And basically they go in, for you guys, sorry about this part. They go in and clean out your uterus, basically, because it builds up, my uterus lining builds up too thick. And then they have to go in there and, thin that out, take out polyps if there's any, or things like that, which I did have some. Both times they took out polyps and, got it all good to go. Then I got through that, and like I was going to say, the main thing the only thing I changed about the way I'm eating during this whole time has been I quit being strict carnivore because people were setting up meal trains for us. And so on the meal train, I thought it would be easier for them if they would do, low carb or keto instead of trying to do carnivore, because my husband is not carnivore, and these meals were going to feed him too. So he doesn't mind eating keto because that's how I cook at home if I'm anyway, it made it easier. So we did that. I switched that over. I was still tracking everything in my app, but I'm not able to really work out except for physical therapy that they sent me to. And so progressively between all this time, this past year, up until I want to say about October, I was continuously gaining a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there, because I wasn't moving and everything was out of whack. And then since then, I gained the weight, but I've maintained where I'm at. And I'm just tired of it. So, but like we all are, right? But I progressively gained, and then, come to find out with the sciatica and all that stuff, after I did the physical therapy, they referred me to see a neurosurgeon. So now I am scheduled for spinal surgery the end of July, because I have issues with my L4 and L5, and that's pushing on the nerves, and that's why I had the pain that I was having. And there are days where I feel okay. I'm okay when I'm sitting, but there are other days that I can barely walk. So excuse me, I'm losing my voice, allergies. And I'm sorry if I'm looking away. It's just because I'm trying to gather my thoughts. Yeah, so now I'm scheduled for that. It's at the end of July. So this is, mid-May, almost the end of May. And I'm thinking about, I'm just tired of not being able to do anything about, or, I'm not in control of my back. I can't help that. But the one thing I could control this whole time is what I'm eating. So I've stuck with, being pretty on with that and tracking and stuff. But I wanted to try to be the healthiest I can be before I go to surgery. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going to start a new series that I'm going to be putting on my channel. And I'm going to try to, I don't know if I'll record every day, but at least every other day. We'll see how it goes. It might be every day. We'll see. I've redone my macros and I've lowered my calories significantly. Yes, I know for all of us in the keto carnivore realm, that is just like, but that being said, the reason why is because of my activity level right now. I cannot continue to eat the calories I was eating when I was doing 1 to 2 workouts a day, doing 75 hard, or 1 workout a day even, where I'm burning a lot of calories and getting more activity in, even more activity in on the things that you do on a daily basis, right? Like cleaning your house, working in your yard, taking the kids to the park, all the things that I was doing before that I haven't been able to do for the past year very well or as well. So my movement on a daily plus activity has shrunk, but my calories were the same. So I am reducing mine temporarily until I get through all this and can actually do, once I'm released and told I can do all the things that I used to do before, or a modified version of those, whatever they tell me I have to do, because I am going to do what they tell me. I'm going to reduce my calories. My carbs are, going to be low carb, 20, really low, like keto, 20 calories, 20 calories a day, 20 carbs, total carbs. If I go over that a little bit, great. If I don't, great. I'm just, that's what I'm shooting for. I lowered my fat just a little bit, not too much. I don't want it to be so low that I have no energy. But also, I'm prioritizing protein, because if I'm going to lower my calories, I want to make sure that I'm getting enough protein in, to help me with healing, to help me with, not losing muscle, and things like that. Hair, all the good things. So I am prioritizing protein, but my calories are going to be extremely in a deficit. When I say in a deficit, I don't mean like I'm going to eat 500 calories a day or something crazy, but I am going to eat a little bit less than I was eating. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do to get through until surgery, to give you guys a little journey of that. And then once I get the surgery and I'm in recovery, I'm still going to be vlogging for you guys and letting you know how I'm doing and things that I'm eating and all the good things, and what activity I'm allowed to do, because there won't be much at first. So but that won't be till the end of July. But for now, this is going to be my, I don't know what I'm going to call these vlogs. I can't even talk, y'all. I don't know what I'm going to call this yet, but maybe my journey to surgery or something like that, but we'll figure it out. Next video, you'll see what's on the thumbnail. But I'm going to vlog all these things, and I need it for accountability. I need it for, just getting me through till then. And you guys motivate me so much, and just having that accountability for myself, and also y'all's comments really help motivate me as well. So I'm going to do this. Anyway, so I just want to also let you know that, I'm going to do what my doctor has to say. So don't drop your calories extremely low. If you are healthy, working out, doing all the things, you do not need to drop your calories unless your doctor tells you to, or something like that. But this is what we're doing for me. like I said, it's temporary because I plan to be back stronger than ever. So I want to be vulnerable and tell you guys what I'm doing and why I'm not eating, because I've in the past been eating for between 15 and 1800 calories a day because of the workouts and because I need that for fuel, and I would still lose weight on those calories, but I have a different activity level now, so I have to do something different because this is not working. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this day of eating. This was not one of those lower calorie days. This was just a normal day. But this is going to be starting in the next video. So I hope you guys will stick around, watch, like, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one.